Hey you guys, it has been forever since I've done a grocery haul, so I'm going to do a real quick one here for you. I'm in my garage, so it's not very light out here, so I'm just shooting from this little table I have out here. Way over here in the corner, I have got reduced sodium chicken broth, and that's for making my own low point soups. I really like the chicken broth as the base. Sometimes I use vegetable broth, but it's not as flavorful as the chicken. Okay, this is something that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you've seen this. Ora Wheat makes a keto bread, and it's called Superior Keto Bread. It is really good. I really like it. One slice is 1 point. And so, of course, if you can have a sandwich, it's 2 points for the bread, which is really good because a lot of bread really adds up. I mean, I would have to say that between the protein and the bread, that's where the bulk of the meal's points come from. But this really is pretty filling and really satisfying, and it makes you feel like you're having kind of a sourdough too. I got, of course, a ton of this Canadian bacon because not only me but my family loves it. 3 of these for 1 point. And I did stop in at Sam's and got even more of it here so we wouldn't run out. I did get some cheese. Now I wanted to make sure that I had reduced fat. Hubby likes them on his sandwiches. One of these is 2 points. And I usually only use a half of a slice on my sandwiches if I have that. I also needed some shredded, and so I got some of the reduced fat. This is from Albertsons Lucerne Farms. 1/4 of this is 1/4 cup for 3 points. And then, I also got some provolone. One of these is 2 points. That's kind of a nice little change once in a while. Cheddar Jack, same thing. 1/4 cup of this is 3 points. And then I've been making my hubby a lot of the John Souls Foods chicken this or that wraps, and I wanted to change it up, so I got their Angus beef fajita, and it's really soft. It makes really good wraps. 3 ounces of this is 3 points, 2 ounces is 2 points, 1 ounce is 1 point. Really tasty stuff there. I found this sugar-free raspberry vinaigrette from Maple Grove Farms. It's sweetened with Splenda, and this is 0 points for 2 tablespoons. And I thought this would go nice on a little salad with some nuts and some chicken, maybe a little gorgonzola, reduced fat blue cheese. All right, I do love Caesar salads, and so I get this Ken's, and this is 2 tablespoons for 3 points, which I know it's a little pointy, but it really makes the salad, or 1 tablespoon for 2 points. And so when I mix it up, instead of doing it in a bowl, I will stick it in a large, like a freezer bag. I'll put my salad in there, put the dressing in there, and shake it up really good, and it really gets in every little nook and cranny in the salad. Then I pour it in a bowl, and that really gets the flavor absolutely everywhere. This is a nice treat once in a while on low point hot chocolate or something. And I got this Ready Whip, 2 tablespoons for 1 point. You can actually check your ranges, because you can have maybe a little bit more. 2 to 4 tablespoons is actually 1 point. So if I went with 3, it's still 1 point. So I won't spaz about that. Some things, yes, I really need to measure, very, I'm still going to measure it, but I mean, you have to be so spot on, especially with nuts or oil or something like that. But some things, might give a little bit. Okay, Boulder Canyon makes these protein puffs. This is sharp cheddar. They've got 5 grams of protein in a serving. Let's look at the points on this. You get 25 for 3 points. You can get 12 to 19 for 2 points. See the range there? You can get 4 to 11 for 1 point. So you can just kind of judge, where it doesn't have to be one specific number sometimes. Sometimes you have a range. Maybe I want 15 for 2 points, and that gives me 2. So check your ranges. These, I have had these before. They're rather good. And I did find this off the eaten path. These are chickpea veggie crisp. They have rice chickpeas, peas, black beans made with real purple onions. I've not tried these yet, so this is going to be interesting. Now they're like little rice cake looking things. Let's look at the points. We've got, there they are. So you can have 14 for 3 points. I guess they're a little chunky, a little big. 8 to 13, there's my range, for 2 points. 3 to 7 for 1 point. So that seemed to be worth it to me, and I thought it looked like good, simple ingredients. So I'm going to be using that. Of course, we use a lot of eggs. I'm in the garage. There's a ton of stuff back here. Liquid egg whites. I use a ton of egg whites to try to keep down the fat in the morning, and I stretch the eggs out with the egg whites. And this is the kind of milk that I drink, unsweetened almond milk for 30 calories each. It's 1 point per cup. And then I did pick up a few cheeses. Laughing Cow light, it's one of these wedges is 1 point for me. And I have to say, guys, I saw the cheese right now. Maybe it's because of the holidays, I don't know, but this was very expensive, and it had gone up. I remember when it used to be like maybe $2.99 at most, and this little thing was $5.99. That's crazy. I mean, all the cheese was like super duper expensive. The little circles, it wasn't the Laughing Cow. The Baby Bell lights were, I think you get 12 for $8.99. I thought that was just like, what happened? All right, Feta Crumbles, the fat-free ones. This is really super good for salads and wraps and things like that. And you could actually have I think it was like 1 tablespoon was like 0 points, and you still get a flavor pack. So this is really a must for me. And I do like cottage cheese. I like the lactate because I am lactose intolerant pretty much. And what I do is I started adding this instead of mayonnaise to my chopped eggs for my deviled egg sandwiches, and it keeps it super low points. It's still just as tasty. I really like it. So let's move on to my veggies. I did forget to go over some of these things that I bought. Okay, so the bacon, this thick slice was actually on sale, super cheap. So I ended up getting a couple of these. My family loves bacon, but I typically only have like 1 slice. And I know Sandy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy had suggested for me to check out the center cut bacon, which was really, really expensive. It was actually like 3 times as much as this was this time. So I didn't get it this time, but I am going to try that, Sandy. I think I could probably get more for less points, because one of these thick slices is going to be 3 points. And so 2 of it is going to be 5. I rarely ever have 2. But I also cook with this sometimes for flavor to start a soup or something like that. So bacon isn't just like, we don't just like eat bacon, but I cook many different things with it. I guess it's kind of like my pancetta, to cook with it, stuff like that. I did get the 93% lean ground beef, and I really tried to, I thought it was 97%. So these points here are wrong. I am not quite sure about the 93. I'll have to check that. And then they had this beef roast was like $18 off. I ended up getting it for $16. Beef is extremely expensive right now, so I couldn't really pass that up. But what I'll do is I'll probably cut it in half and then stick half of it in the freezer. Okay, let's move on. All right, moving on to breads and veggies and fruits. Now I buy these Sara Lee hamburger buns. They're quite big, but I mostly get them for my family, for the kids. The kids like to have breakfast sandwiches out of them and all kinds of other sandwiches out of them. One of these is 5 points, which isn't too bad if I want to splurge, but I typically stay away from them. And then also my kids also like to use hot dog buns, not just for hot dogs, but for other things. And these are 4 points, but they like to use them for like tuna sandwiches and stuff like that. Okay, I found these Flavor Bomb tomatoes. This is at Sam's Club, and they look really good. I thought of maybe roasting them and then using them in a salad or a sandwich or something. I thought roasting would really bring out the flavor. Of course, I got a big bag of Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps, and those are 1 for 1 point each. Those are always a good staple. Some avocados for a little good fat. I got some asparagus. Now, asparagus will help bring down the water weight overnight. It really helps a lot. I like to roast it. That's how I like it. And I love pears. It's my favorite fruit of all time. And then bananas, I use those in a lot of stuff. I use a lot of broccoli as a vegetable, steamed broccoli, just to add to stuff, to kind of like get one vegetable serving, and then that'll get me a point. And broccoli seems to do a really good job of it. It is a cruciferous veggie, and it's really, really good for you. So I got 2 big bags of that. Romaine hearts, I use this for my Caesar salads, so I have to have plenty of those. I got this Molinaro's pizza kit, and this pizza, there's like 4 of them in here, and it's a resealable package. It comes with sauce, and it's pretty big. I mean, a quarter of that would be like a really opened hand for me. And that's quite big, and a quarter of this pizza is 3 points with the sauce. So I thought that was really good, because you could really dress it up however you want it, and that would be a real treat. And of course, I have to get like a ton of berries, right? I have like blueberries like every single day, and I know that I'm very fortunate and blessed to be able to do that. I don't know for how long, but however long, I love it. I also got blackberries, and these are quite sweet and good, and I don't think they're in season, but they must be coming from a hot house somewhere. All right, and I've got some organic baby spinach. I'm going to be making a soup that uses spinach, and I needed some fresh spinach for that. So that is my haul for this week, guys. Just some things that we're going to be eating. And actually, it's not just this week. It's probably going to be like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks on some of these things. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit.